Good afternoon or evening, everybody, Endgame family. Welcome back. The 2024 NFL season is officially over. We're on to the playoffs. What better way to celebrate than to do some underdog playoff best ball drafts? So if you were with us last week, you're doing the Mitten 2. As you can see, there is no more the Mitten 2. It's already full. We're on to the Mitten 3. And now we know the teams that are in. You know who's got the buys. We know the matchups. We know everything. So let's see how things have changed here. We're going to do a Mitten 3. You can see they have some new ones. They have the Gauntlet 2, $10 buy-in, 100K prize pool. I think the Gauntlet's been going on the whole time here. But we're going to do a Mitten 3 tonight, or I'm going to do a Mitten 3. Pierre cannot make it today, but he will be back tomorrow. Don't worry. We'll do this again. I'm going to do some Mitten 3 drafts. So if you want to get in here and draft with me, this is your chance. Also, if you are like, what are you talking about, underdog and drafts, and you don't know, yes, underdog does drafts all year long, best ball drafts, draft only, and you can join using promo code ENDGAME. Go to underdogfantasy.com. You sign up using promo code ENDGAME. They're going to get you a free pick that you can use on Pick'ems because they still have Pick'ems going, of course, for the NFL playoffs, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball when that starts, plus, like, I think golf and NASCAR, whatever, everything pretty much. So you're going to get a free pick. You're also going to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash that you can use on these drafts. So if you are going to try underdog for the first time, if you're coming across this video, maybe you never heard about it, you're coming across this video, and you're like, yeah, I want to check it out. You watch the drafts. Join, use promo code ENDGAME. That will get you those bonuses and a free pick there. So we're going to do Mitten 3. Exact same format as last week. So if you don't know, if you weren't here, it's 1 QB, 1 running back, 2 wide receiver or tight end, and then 1 flex. So we're only starting 5 players. 1 QB, 1 running back, 2 of any wide receiver tight end combo. It could be 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 and 1, and then 1 flex, which could be a running back, wide receiver, or tight end. Then a 5-man bench. Of course, we're only drafting for the playoff teams. And it's structured in a way where each week you advance, and the farther along you go, the more money you can win. So you really want to try to build teams that can, you want to build a team that can potentially be strong in the Super Bowl. So you want to try to target teams you think will go to the Super Bowl, but you also can't ignore, like if you draft a bunch of Chiefs, you can't ignore the fact they don't play in the first round. So there's a lot of strategy and things to think about, but let's get into it. Let's get into the first draft here, the Mitten 3. Here we go. If you want to try to join with me, count us down here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And it looks like it's already full. These things do fill very fast. They're only 6-man drafts here. Looks like we got Clayton in here with us. What's up, Clayton? See if anybody else got in. See Clayton, I think that's it. All right, well, we'll do the first one here. So I got the 5. I don't think I've had the 5 yet, so we'll see how this works. We'll see how the ADP has changed, if at all, on here. Now, I like to draft on my phone, not through the app. So I'll pull it up on my phone. There it is. Okay, there we go. And I will also be answering questions in here, of course. J Love, let's go, J Love. Draft season now. Cody saying he won the championship in his 12-team league. Guerrero almost killed me. Yeah, Guerrero, another knee injury, carted off. Man, that was his problem in college too. Can't stay healthy. Still won it. Well done. Your Boomer also did it. Wire-to-wire victory. First in total points. Wow, that's domination. Domination right there. Well done. Ooh, Gibbs is the 2. Gibbs going to have a lot of steam after last night, for sure. Might have been his most dominating victory. Only lost 3 times all year. Won by 61 points. Well done. Rise also won both his leagues. Nice job. Flacco tried to get in here, but he got number 3 in the other draft. Don't worry, I'll be doing a few of these. We'll have another chance here. All right, so now I'm up. I think I got to go Hurts here. Yeah, I think we got to go Hurts. Hurts or Barkley. I didn't really like taking running back early last time. Flacco saying he missed his draft. Anthony's saying just got to miss the draft. Yes, I'll be doing probably at least a couple more. All right, I would have taken Saquon if he made it to me, but he didn't. So I think now we got to go AJ Brown for the stack. So we're gonna try to be getting. Obviously, we're gonna be going. We're gonna be banking on the Eagles making the Super Bowl here. So we want to try to attack the AFC as well. Try to get some AFC players that can potentially play the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Clayton saying, I don't know how much ADP matters in these. Yeah, I don't know how much ADP really matters. Just draft the team. Draft the team. All right, interesting question. 49ers for life 55. Should we target Saquon next year because we saw what happened to CMC? So yeah, there's always a risk, right? Anytime a running back has a year like Saquon had, gets as many touches as Saquon got, there's always the risk of injury. But at the same time, it's a risk we're taking. Now, we are going to drop our predicting the first round video here in a few days. I think Friday. I'm not going to have Saquon as a 101. Not because I'm worried about him getting hurt. There's just other guys I like better. So, but I mean, you could always be a little nervous. But at the same time, if Saquon stays fully healthy all 17 games, you're going to regret not drafting him. It's fantasy. It's football. Injuries are just a part of it. I know it's easy to look back and say, well, of course that guy got hurt. But like a lot of people thought Derrick Henry would not make it 17 games this year. Wow, Clayton getting Mahomes that late. Well done. Well done there. Doesn't really make sense to take Aaron Jones here. Just go Worthy. Get an AFC player in there. Rise Drake London. Yeah, Drake London, man. I'm going to be very high on Drake London again next year. Oh, geez, people. All right, I guess we'll go Jose. Yeah, Drake London with Michael Penix Jr. looks really good. Going to feel very good about him next year. Ivan, what kind of league? Yeah, playoff best ball here. Sammy saying thanks for all the advice this year. Won his championship, his first championship. Well done, Sammy. Congrats. Yeah, Bryce Young over Flacco. Man, Bryce Young went off in week 18. Bryce Young, he looked good. He looked good this year. Well done, Sammy. JR saying got Goff, Gibbs, St. Brown stack in the mitten. That is very nice. Very nice. Just remember, they don't play week 1, so make sure you have some week 1s. Sophia asking the draft isn't until next year in September. I'm not sure what you mean, Sophia. Not sure what you mean. Yeah, Goff before Mahomes is a tough call because now they both have first-round buys. So you almost have to draft a second QB. Or pray that your team is so good that you can advance with a 0 from your QB, which is very risky. Okay, another good question from 49ers for life. Is Gibbs in consideration for the 101 after seeing the potential without David Montgomery? Okay, dude, why are all the... All right, I need a running back. I don't really want to take Jacobs here because I have the Eagles, but okay, fine. Fine. All right, now let's go with Goddard to continue the stack. So is he in consideration? I don't think so. I know Gibbs was awesome. If David Montgomery was out of the picture, yes, Gibbs would absolutely be in consideration. He might be the 101, honestly. But David Montgomery's not out of the is not out. Remember, they signed him to an extension this year. He's probably going to play their first playoff game. He's still going to be a factor. I think people are going to be like, I'm still going to have Gibbs as a first round. I think people are going to be a little too high on Gibbs this year because of what he did without Montgomery. He was still great with Montgomery, but not at the same level he was without Montgomery. So still a first rounder, but I can't put him 101 unless something over the offseason changes and Montgomery is completely out of the picture, which I'm not even sure what that would be. So Rise saying got London in the 3rd, beat Chief J in the 13th. Very, very nice. Very nice. All right, another good Anthony. Good question. CMC, said, hey, if I'm healthy. If the 49ers made the playoffs, I'll be playing this week. CMC is going to be a bar. People are going to be scared of CMC. I'm still going to say CMC is a first rounder. I think he still has to be. A healthy Christian McCaffrey has the potential to be the highest scoring running back in fantasy. I don't want to give away the whole video by saying where I put him in terms of in the first round, but he's going to be a first rounder for me for sure. Tristan NHL saying, where do you think Gibbs should go then over Bijan? And I would not put him over Bijan because we know Bijan's going to get all the touches. Bijan catches passes. Bijan is a phenomenal running back. Bijan had like the quietest. All right, I'll happily take Dobbins here. Bijan had the quietest elite season I could ever remember. It's like no one realized how good Bijan Robinson was this year. Bijan was an absolute stud. So not over Bijan, but I would still take him over Derrick Henry. As much as we like Derrick Henry this year, and I mean, we got plenty wrong. We were one of the few channels, I think, that were actually saying to people, draft Derrick Henry this year. Everybody else was like, he's 30 years old. It's too risky. Now he's going to be over 31 years old. I don't know. I mean, I think Derrick Henry is fine. I'm not going to say be out on Derrick Henry, but I can't put him over a guy like Gibbs. All right, well, I was going to go Kareem Hunt there, actually. I'll just go McMillan there. Can't say I really love anybody on the board. Do you need a QB in these if your only QB has a bye in round one? I mean, yeah, because you're going to think, I mean, unless you, I mean, you're going to get a 0 at QB for round one. So, I mean, look, you only have to beat the other 5 of us. So if you think you can beat the other 5 of us without a QB, but I would definitely get a second QB if you have like Goff or Mahomes. Yeah, Bijan was fantastic. Like, it's weird. Like all the Saquon, Henry, Jacobs, like these guys got a Bucky Irving. These guys got a bunch of hype and rightfully so. But it's like Bijan did nothing this year. It's like one of the leaders in touchdowns, yards from scrimmage, catching passes. Like what? Okay. Where do I think Demon should be taken? Because he was almost the league winner where he was taken until he got hurt. I think he's probably. I mean, he's probably going to get overdrafted, but I think anywhere around like round 5 is probably where I'd be comfortable with him. Anthony saying someone dropped him in CMC was picking up. Where is he worth? Are you talking about CMC? I would keep Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra way less risky. Way less risky. Uh, Get some AFC guys here. All right, Brees Hall. Yeah, Brees. Brees was so disappointing. I'm not going to be able to put him in the first round. I think he. Yeah, I don't think I could take Brees in the first round. I think there's just too many players I like better. We got to hope. Oh, I'm on the clock here. All right, panic pick. Panic pick. I don't even know if that was a good pick. I didn't realize I was on the clock. Yeah, I mean, it's going to really depend a lot on what they do with Aaron Rodgers. Let's hope Aaron Rodgers is gone. But then, of course, who's the QB? Who's the coach? There's a lot there. I don't think I could put Brees in the first round just yet. He might not ever be in the first round for me, honestly. Just a lot of first rounders I like. You guys will have to wait till Friday for the video. I don't want to spoil the whole video already. Yeah, Penix looked pretty good. He could have definitely exploded next year for sure. John knew I'm on the fence. I mean, well, look, big news. Tyreek Hill said he doesn't want to play for the Dolphins anymore, so maybe that helps John. Yeah, James Cook was also great. 18 touchdowns. Again, it's like no one even cares. No one even cares that James Cook scored 18 touchdowns this year. Okay. All right, let's look at the team. We'll get into the next one. Mitten 3, first entry. Here we go. Okay. So I grabbed Hurts in the first round, stacked him with A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert. I got Worthy, Flowers, Pickens from the AFC. Dobbins, my only AFC running back. That is risky. That is risky. Yeah, I don't know. This team could advance through round 1, but I don't know how deep it's going. If the Chargers should win round 1 against the Texans. But if they don't win round 2, I don't know how far this team could really go. But yeah, I can't say this is my favorite team so far. And then Clayton wants me to look at his team. It's got Mahomes, Waddle, got good value on Mahomes there. Mahomes stacked with D-Hop, I guess, and Pacheco. Okay. All right, you got Monty and Aaron Jones, so you got some NFC running backs. That's good. St. Brown, Jefferson. I like this team. Tim Patrick. A lot of okay, so you're banking on. So you're going Chiefs Detroit stack. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of first round buys though, like Monty not playing, Sun God, Patrick Raymond, but you still got guys. Yeah. If this team can advance, this team can beat the other 5 teams in this one. This has a chance for sure. Which is kind of what you need. You need to draft that way. Anyways. All right, let's go do another one. Another Mitten 3 if you want to try to jump in here with me. All right, I'll count us in here when I'm going to hit confirm. All right. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. All right, we got 3 spots here, so you guys might be able to get in this one. If Rodgers is gone, Garrett Wilson or Adams number 1 guy, there's no way. I think if Adams is gone, I don't see how they bring back. I mean, if Rodgers is gone, I don't see how they bring back Devontae Adams. So it'd have to be Garrett Wilson. Rashee Rice, yep, he's going to be forgotten. He'll be interesting next year because obviously he was really good this year before the injury. Oh, I got 5 again. I guess I could try something different this time. He was really good before the injury, but that's a pretty tough injury. And now, look, Hollywood looks pretty good. Xavier Worthy came on. The Chiefs wide receiver room is going to be tricky next year for sure. All right, so we got Boomer at the 2, Clayton at the 1, and then I get the 5 again, which I guess, okay. I've got practice at the 5. I just did it, so let's see how I do this time. See if I can do better. Maybe I'll try one of the running backs over instead of QB. See how I like it. All right, so Alan Lamar, pretty standard there. All right, well, I guess let's go Henry. I was hoping I could get Gibbs and maybe go Gibbs and Monrod Goff. Let's go Henry, and then we'll target some NFC. Let's try to get a Jefferson Darnold build here. Gonna try to get a Jefferson Darnold build. And then we can maybe try to grab Zay Flowers or Rashad Bateman or Andrews or something as well. Yeah, Darnold was a great waiver wire pickup. He was not great last night, though. Oh, my goodness, he was awful. Awful last night. What the heck? Terrible. Looked like he was seeing ghosts. Yeah, missed Jefferson on 2 touchdowns, missed Addison on a touchdown. It was pretty brutal. Interesting build you got going there, Boomer. Sounds like Zay is okay with his knee. Or you know what? I might just grab Addison here. Get Jefferson, Addison, and Darnold. And then I'll still be able to get one of Zay or Andrews here, depending on who the cream takes. Clayton, how can I snipe you from the 5? He didn't take either. Okay, well, I was going to go Andrews, so. I mean, Darnold should make it back to me. Let's go Andrews. I mean, I got Jefferson and Addison. I doubt anybody's going to take Darnold. Man, is he really falling? I guess people worried about that knee. What do I think George Pickens will do next year? Because he wasn't great this year. He wasn't horrible. He was all right. Russ really struggled down the stretch. I don't know. Pickens starting to go the way of, what's the word? Like, all hype, no substance, right? Like one of these guys that every year you're like, Pickens, and then every year you're like, he was okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see what the Steelers do in the offseason because they're probably going to lose to the Ravens. And that would be 5 straight losses to end the season, which isn't good. Do they roll Russ again next year? Do they roll Justin Fields next year? Do they go get a Kirk Cousins or somebody like that? It'll be interesting to see what they do. This one's washed. Not liking that team, huh? Got Allen. Yeah, Allen Shakir. Yeah, Aaron Jones. All right, we're going to. Wow, how is Patrick Mahomes still on the board? But I'm going to go Darnold for the stack, even though Mahomes somehow still on the board. Mahomes still there. There goes Mahomes finally. Wow, that's great value for Donald Knowles. Just stack him with Worthy. I will say I don't mind this build with Derrick Henry. I got Henry and Andrews for the Ravens on the AFC. Got Jefferson, Addison, Darnold stack. I don't hate this. Don't hate this going running back early from here. Where does Pacheco go? Probably lower than he should. Probably lower than he should. Pacheco will probably be a nice value this year. Because people are going to see that he was splitting with Hunt or whatever, but I mean, obviously it depends what the Chiefs do at running back. But assuming they don't do anything drastic. All right, let's go Hawk here to lock up the Vikings. Let's go Hollywood. Yeah, Andrews definitely came on towards the end. Saying Pittman and Downs could be sleepers next year. It really depends on who the quarterback is. I think we've seen enough of Richardson that if it's Richardson, we can't feel great. And Pittman is might have surgery on his back, so that's definitely going to be something to monitor for sure. I do think CMC bounces back next year, assuming he's healthy. I mean, why not? Why not? Everybody's freaking out. This injury had nothing to do with the Achilles, and in fact, I think it was on the complete opposite leg. And he's saying, like, yeah, if they were in the playoffs, he'd be playing. So I think CMC is going to be a value next year. I mean, I'm sure as we get closer to draft season and he's playing in preseason and training camp, his ADP will go up. But I think early underdog draft, CMC is going to be a steal. I think people are going to they're just going to be scared of the injury history. Yeah, people will be scared. All right. Guess let's just grab another Raven with Isaiah Likely. Gloombob's asking, is this the Wildcat? No, this is the Mitten 3. The Mitten 3. Probably need another running back. Let's go with the AFC running back. Let's go Ty Johnson. Yeah, Neighbors could definitely explode next year. For sure. They're going to, whatever they do, unless they do absolutely nothing at quarterback, you never know with the Giants. Anything's an upgrade. But I think Jerry Jeudy will be good. Nah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what the Browns do at QB. But, man, Jerry Jeudy legit was only good with Jameis Winston. It was really crazy. He had like 1,200 receiving yards, and over 700 of them were with Jameis Winston, like in 7 games. Insane. Never seen anything like it. Plus, he's probably going to be overdrafted this year because he was good. We'll see. We'll obviously have to see where ADP shakes out and where these guys go. Marvin Mims could be a very nice sleeper. Obviously, he's not going to be much of a sleeper after these last few weeks, but it's good to see that Sean Payton and the Broncos finally found ways to manufacture touches for him. So I certainly think he could be a sleeper. All right, let's take a look at this one real quick. I like this team a lot more. So I got the Darnold, Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson stack. I got Derrick Henry. Also threw in Andrews and Isaiah Likely. So kind of hoping for a Ravens Vikings Super Bowl, which isn't far-fetched. Threw in Josh Jacobs, Ty Johnson, and then threw in Hollywood Brown. So I like this team a lot, actually. Let's take a look at Clayton. Got with Josh Allen, with Khalil Shakir, all the Bills wide receivers, and Dalton Kincaid. Okay, so all the Bills and Ray Davis. Got Aaron Jones from the NFC there. Kind of like a hodgepodge of NFC players here with Cooper Kupp, Aaron Jones. Yeah, we'll see. I think I like your other team a little bit better. How about Boomer? What did Boomer do here? Well, Lamar. Well, I took all the Ravens. He did get Zay Flowers and Bateman, though, so we got that. And Justice Hill. Kareem Hunt, J.K. Dobbins, Evans, D-Hop, Patrick. Not a lot of NFC. A lot of AFC. A lot of AFC in this team. We'll see. All right, let's do one more. Before we get out of here. What's the Wildcat? Oh, that's for the main slate. No, these are playoff. So Gloom Bops. These are playoff best ball drafts. Ooh. Saying traded Neighbors and a pick for Tyreek and Kamara and a keeper. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Is Nick's viable next year? Yeah, I don't know if Nick's is going to be one of those guys that you need in like a 1 QB league. He'll be one of those guys that I think is like you stream him in good matchups, you sit him in bad matchups. I don't think he's going to be like a set and forget QB. All right, let's do one more of these. If you want to try to jump in, here we go. I'm going to count us down. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And it's filled already. Looks like I'm not sure anybody got in here with me. Might just be me. Might just be me in this one. Unless somebody's in here. All right. And I get the 6. So the 5 and the 6. 5, 5, 6 tonight. All right. Daniel Hart saying the Broncos sleepers for the playoffs. So you like the Broncos to go into Buffalo and win? That would be shocking. That would be one of the biggest upsets I could ever remember. Going into Buffalo, taking down the Bills. Chargers are definitely a sleeper. I agree with that. Because, first of all, they get the Texans in round 1, which is basically a bye. Yeah, they're going to be a tough out. Chargers are going to be a tough out. Boomer's saying he got the number 1 in the other draft. I've yet to get the number 1 in all these drafts. So I guess I wouldn't mind if Josh Allen got eliminated next week because I have 0 Josh Allen so far. Vlad is definitely that guy. Vlad is that guy. Very high. I was very high on Vlad before the season. He came through. He looks great. Man, what these rookie wide receivers this year were incredible. Neighbors, Ladd, BTJ. I mean, Harrison wasn't incredible, but he wasn't terrible. Well, I can either go Jalen Hurts or Henry again. I'm going to actually go Henry. Amon-Ra. I'm going to hope Goff makes it back. I may regret this. I may regret this build. We'll see. Hey, you like the Bucs to win week 1 over the Commanders? I mean, yeah, they probably will. It's not very often a rookie QB wins his first playoff game. Do I think Genty, is it Genty or Genty or Janty? How do you pronounce it? Whatever. Do I think he goes in the 3rd round or higher? If he goes to the Cowboys, I think he'll be a first rounder. I really think he'll be a first rounder. If he goes to the Cowboys. Where do you draft Bucky next season? I haven't dug into past the first round yet. I've ranked my top 10 wide receivers and running backs. He's borderline top 10 running back for me. So that would probably be late round 2, early round 3, somewhere around there, probably. All right, so Goff went already. Somehow Hurts is still on the board. Is that team at 4 is going to get Saquon, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts? What have we done? What have we done? We just gifted team 4. Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts. And now I have no idea what direction to go with this team. Kiss AI, is that you at the 4? Oh, Jalen Hurts. What? The 3? The 3 took Jalen Hurts even though they took Goff last round. Wow. What? All right. Well, that just shook up this draft big time. I really have no idea what I'm going to do here. I hate this start. Yeah. I guess he did save it. Yeah, I really hate this start. Maybe I'll just try a Vikings again with like Aaron Jones, Addison, Darnold. Yeah, I'm not liking this. Not liking this draft at all. Yeah, Godwin's going to be tough next year, coming off a very serious ankle injury. McMillan looks legit, man. He looks good. We'll see what happens with Godwin. I'm banging on Vikings this draft. This is only like the second draft. Like the draft we did last week, I don't think I took any Vikings, really. But I think it wouldn't shock me if the Vikings go to the Super Bowl. I know they looked bad last night, but man, they've looked so good all year. They have a good team. Thomas, I hope they get you best ball out there, man. Hopefully this year. But I mean, McMillan was a league winner this year. If you picked up McMillan off the waivers late in the season, he helped you win your championship for sure. For sure. And let's not forget, Mike Evans. I know he was great again this year, but he's going to be what, 32 years old next year. No guarantee Mike Evans doesn't, miss significant time next year. So I like McMillan. Rams, man. I thought the Rams were going to be like a sneaky in the playoffs, but Stafford in that passing game has looked so bad down the stretch. I'm kind of nervous for that. All right, well, I get Darnold here. And let's do the same thing here. But different players, I guess. Let's grab Zay. Let's shoot for a Vikings Ravens Super Bowl again, I guess. Does it hurt Rams with Corum breaking his arm? Only in the sense that if something happens to Kyron, I mean, who they have, Zach Evans. But nah, they don't need him for the playoffs unless something happens to Kyron. T. Higgins, man, I would be shocked if the Bengals let him walk. Yeah, Ronnie Rivers, Zach Evans, they're no Kyrons. I think Najee will probably be back with the Steelers. He seems like a Steelers guy. He's perfect. He's perfect for that team. Bengals are going to have to pay T and Chase, but how can you break that up? I don't know how you can break that up. You got to find a way. Got to figure out a way. Nico and Stroud next year. I think you got to feel pretty good about Nico next year. Stroud, it's going to come down to what they do to that. If they beef up that offensive line, I'll be back in on Stroud next year. If they bolster the offensive line, Stroud could definitely be a value next year. I was gonna go Pacheco there. Let's go. Let's not go Hawkinson this time. Let's go Hollywood and Hunt. Get a couple Chiefs in here again. Now we have a little bit of options here. We could have Ravens Vikings, or we could have Chiefs Vikings. This is a little bit of options here. What were we talking about? Oh, Nico and Stroud. Nico, I think, will be fine. I mean, we know Tank Dell might miss the whole season. Stephon Diggs, ACL at 30 whatever years old, already dusty. Nico should be a beast next year. Stroud will come down to the offensive line. If the Niners trade one of their top wide receivers, which I think would probably be Debo, do I think Pearsall or Jennings will benefit more? I think Pearsall would actually benefit more there. Jennings more in the Ayuk role, but I will say Ayuk coming off ACL may not be ready week 1. So, but I think Pearsall would benefit more from Debo being gone. Jennings would benefit more if it's Ayuk. How high is Brian Thomas Jr. next season? That's a great question. I don't know if I can quite put him in the first round, but I think he's going to be like early second. Yeah, 1-2 turn might be about right for BTJ. Thomas went Kyron Achan Jacobs in his home league. Well, congrats. Traded Jacobs for Evans. That didn't hurt you. How about aging stars like Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp? I'm pretty much done with Cooper Kupp. He's looking so bad. And like I said, I don't even really like the way Stafford's looking right now. Puka's the guy there. Adams, man. I mean, look. I can't imagine Adams is back with the Jets unless Aaron Rodgers is back. Do I really want hold on, let me make a quick All right, let's get another Chief, I guess, with D-Hop. Let's go Pickens. Getting a lot of Pickens in these drafts, but he can always have a big week. And you never know. Well, if the Steelers upset the Ravens, I'm in trouble. Yeah, I'm probably not drafting those guys. We'll see where Adams ends up if he plays, but yeah. Kupp, I don't know. Not feeling good about Kupp. Am I high on Marvin Harrison? Yes, I'm still high on Marvin Harrison. Yes, he was a wasted pick, but he's still a talented player. I got to think. Look, we can't give up. I'm not comparing Marvin Harrison to Nico Collins because Marvin Harrison is a way better prospect than Nico Collins, and Marvin Harrison had a way better rookie year than Nico Collins. But Nico Collins was an absolute bust year 1 and year 2. You can't give up on these guys after 1 year, especially somebody as talented as Harris. Is Chase Brown first or second rounder? Not for me, man. I see people putting him there. Okay, Chase Brown was awesome. Chase Brown was the entire backfield. But there's no way, in my opinion, and I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I just can't imagine the Bengals are going to go into next year and just give Chase Brown 90% of the snaps again. Maybe Zach Moss will be back. Maybe Khalil Herbert will be involved. Maybe they'll draft a running back, sign one. Yeah. Chase Brown isn't really built for that kind of role. I think, man, I mean, Chase Brown was one of our favorite sleepers this year. We talked him up a ton all offseason. It ended up working out, thankfully. But now I think he's going to be way overdrafted next year. I think Chase is going to be Chase Brown. Yeah, I would definitely Bucky round 2. I think I would 100% take Bucky over Chase Brown. Bucky almost guaranteed to be locked in as the starting running back. All right, let's take a look at this draft, and then I'll answer a few more of your questions before we get out of here. So I once again went Vikings, not by choice, but I tried something a little different at the turn. It did not work out. I was hoping I could get Goff to come back to me, but he didn't. So I went Darnold, Aaron Jones, Addison, for the Vikings. And then I got Henry, Zay Flowers, plus Hollywood, Hopkins, and Hunt for the potential AFC bringbacks there for the Super Bowl. Threw in Amon-Ra St. Brown again. I took him at the turn there. Didn't love that pick. But honestly, I don't hate how this team turned out, honestly. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's keep answering your questions. Mims is a sleeper. Yeah, I talked about him already. Yep, Darnell Mooney was my highest drafted player on Underdog. I didn't talk about him a lot on the videos because I didn't feel like he was a guy. Like, I liked him in best ball. I didn't love him in redraft, but he was good. He should be good next year. Yeah, 49ers for life saying one waiver wire pickups, McMillan, Jonnu, Jennings. It's almost always about the waiver wire. Almost always about the waiver wire. BTJ was the steal of most people's drafts for sure. He definitely was up there. No problem, Thomas. Yeah, I talked about Mims. I don't know if Mims is ever going to be the most consistent guy, but it's good to see that they're actually, manufacturing touches and opportunities for him. So, all right, guys. Looks like that's it. We got 3 drafts in. A lot of fun. Again, if you are checking this out for the first time, which I know a lot of you on here right now aren't, but if you come back later and you're checking this out for the first time, and you're like, that looks fun, I want to try that. It is fun. You should try it. Just go to underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up, use promo code ENDGAME because that will give you a free pick that you can use on Pick'ems because they also have Pick'ems, like higher, lower on players for all sports, but also up to $1,000 in bonus cash that you can use on these drafts right away. So check that out. And we will be back tomorrow to do more playoff best ball drafts. And Pierre will be with me around this time or around this time-ish is when we will be on. Yeah, Ladd in round 10 was great value this year too. Flacco saying he's already got 36 best ball playoff drafts. Nice. Let's get some more tomorrow, Flacco. So we'll be back here tomorrow, both Pierre and myself. All right, guys. Appreciate you being on here, chatting it up with me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.